Hello Bama fans! Nebraska wants to make an epic turnaround on a Bama recruit. It's a heated competition with Bama. Have you been following? Let's get to the news, and while you're at it, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Bama's tradition is increasingly evident in recruiting. As we can see in the fierce competition with the Nebraska Cornhuskers for the five-star linebacker Dawson Merritt. Despite Nebraska's ongoing attempts to flip the commitment of the talented Merritt, Alabama has already established a solid foundation with the young player, securing his commitment on June 26. This is yet another example of Alabama's ability to attract and retain top talents, even in the face of strong pursuits from other powerful programs. Merritt, ranked as the 14th linebacker in the class of 2025, is a player who is already proving his worth this season. He has been a pillar in the defense of Blue Valley High School, racking up an impressive 27 tackles and a sack in just 4 games. His performance on the field reinforces why Alabama considers him a key piece for the future of their defense. Merritt's record last season, with 83 tackles and 7 sacks, only confirms his status as one of the top linebackers in the country, and his presence will be a valuable asset for the Crimson Tide in the coming years. However, Nebraska, led by Coach Matt Rule and linebackers coach Rob Voracek, is not giving up so easily. Even during their bye week, the Cornhuskers coaching staff was active, making visits and offers on several fronts, including to Merritt, trying to reverse his commitment to Alabama. Nebraska's persistence reflects how coveted Merritt is, and it will be interesting to see if their tireless work will be enough to change the course of this competition. Nevertheless, Alabama remains confident in the linebacker's commitment, supported by their track record of developing great defenders and the promise of a significant role in the elite defense of the Tide. These recruiting battles are not uncommon in the current college football landscape, and Alabama is accustomed to this pressure. Kalen DeBoer and his coaching team are aware of the importance of keeping players like Merritt committed and focused on the program, knowing that his choice for Alabama was not by chance. The weight and tradition of Alabama speak louder, and while Nebraska continues its offensive, the Crimson Tide remains firm and convinced that Dawson Merritt is part of the bright future of Tuscaloosa's defense. Freshman Ryan Williams is rapidly becoming one of the biggest stars in college football. Alongside Jeremiah Smith, the wide receiver from Ohio State, Williams is already being hailed as one of the best wideouts in the country, despite having only 6 weeks of experience. Smith's assertion that he and Williams are the best wide receivers in college football only reinforces the immediate impact both are having on their respective teams. For Alabama, Williams' presence symbolizes not only a continuation of excellence but also a bright future under the leadership of Kalen DeBoer. Williams' 75-yard touchdown catch, which was crucial in Alabama's epic 41-34 victory over Georgia, highlighted not just his raw talent but also his maturity and ability in decisive moments. It's important to note that Williams is still only 17 years old, making his production of 544 receiving yards on just 19 receptions and 6 touchdowns even more remarkable. His ability to make explosive plays with a combination of speed, intelligence, and body control has been a crucial asset for Alabama's offense, especially in a transition season following Nick Saban's retirement. Reassuring Williams' commitment after this transition was undoubtedly one of Kalen DeBoer's first major recruiting wins, and the coach must feel rewarded seeing the young wideout thrive so early. Williams arrived at the program as one of the highest-rated recruits, and he is living up to the hype, positioning Alabama favorably when it comes to developing elite wide receivers. This tradition of nurturing talented receivers, from Julio Jones to Devonta Smith, now has a new standout name, Ryan Williams. The connection between Smith and Williams extends beyond the rivalry between Ohio State and Alabama, with both recognizing each other's talent. The exchange of encouraging messages between the two shows mutual respect and an understanding that they are on similar paths to the top of college football. Jeremiah Smith, with his 453 receiving yards and 6 touchdowns so far, is also having an exceptional season, but it's clear he acknowledges Williams' unique talent. This camaraderie between the two could become one of the major themes of college football in the coming years, as each strives to outperform and lead their teams to success. For Alabama, Williams' meteoric rise reflects the program's ability to not only attract but develop top-level talent, regardless of changes in the coaching staff. With DeBoer at the helm, the Crimson Tide is showing that the tradition of excellence remains alive and strong, and with Ryan Williams, this team is making a difference. And Bama fans are very happy about it. By the way, I want to hear your opinion at the end of this video, okay? Mike Shula's return to Tuscaloosa this weekend marks a significant moment for Alabama, both for his history as a player and his contributions as a coach during a turbulent period for the program. After 17 years in various roles in the NFL, Shula returns to the college scene as a senior offensive analyst for South Carolina. Although his tenure as Alabama's head coach from 2003 to 2006 was marked by challenges and difficult moments, Shula's contributions to the program's recovery should not be underestimated, and he should be welcomed with open arms. Shula took on the role of head coach at Alabama during one of the most complicated phases in the program's recent history. Following the chaos left by Mike DuBose and the brief tenure of Mike Price, who was fired before even coaching an official game, the Crimson Tide was without a coach after spring practice in 2003, an extremely unusual situation. With the program on probation and a string of disappointing results, the pressure was immense. Many would have hesitated to take on a project like Alabama at that time, but Shula, with his love for the university, accepted the challenge. His arrival in May of that year did not come with high expectations, and the 4-9 record in his first season reflected the difficulties. However, he persisted, leading the team to a bowl game in his second year and to a spectacular season in 2005. The 2005 season, in particular, highlighted the potential that Shula brought to Alabama. With a formidable defense and the explosive talent of Tyrone Prothro, the Crimson Tide started the season strong, including a landmark 31-3 victory over Florida, which led to the team being featured on the cover of Sports Illustrated declaring Bama is back. Although the team lost momentum after Prothro's injury, the campaign still included a dramatic 6-3 victory over Tennessee and a solid performance in the Cotton Bowl, defeating Texas Tech to cap off Alabama's best season in years. Unfortunately, the 2006 season did not bring the same success. The team regressed to a 6-6 record and suffered another loss to Auburn in the Iron Bowl, leading to Shula's departure after 4 years as head coach. However, it is crucial to recognize that Shula inherited a fragmented program and managed to restore its stability, paving the way for Mal Moore to hire Nick Saban and start the greatest dynasty in college football history. Although Shula did not win national championships, he played a key role in keeping Alabama on the right track until the program was ready to return to the top. Beyond his contributions as a coach, we cannot forget what Mike Shula represented as a player for the Crimson Tide. As the starting quarterback for 3 seasons, he guided Alabama through a transition period after the Bear Bryant era, including orchestrating the legendary campaign that resulted in Van Tiffin's 55-yard field goal, sealing the victory in the Iron Bowl against Auburn. He not only chose Alabama as a player but also as a coach, demonstrating unwavering commitment to the institution during critical times. When Shula steps back onto Saban Field this weekend, it should be with recognition of his importance in the program's history. He accepted the challenge of leading Alabama during one of the darkest moments of its recent history, and his work was crucial in paving the way for the success that would come with Saban. His dedication to Alabama, both as a player and as a coach, deserves respect and gratitude. Alabama's unexpected defeat to Vanderbilt in Week 6 has reignited debates in college football about what led the Crimson Tide to fall against the Commodores. And of course, we need to study and understand the opponents to prevent such errors. Vanderbilt's quarterback, Diego Pavia, offered a rare glimpse into the mindset that propelled his team to this historic outcome. With a focused approach, almost obsessed with toppling the giant Alabama, Pavia and his teammates were prepared for the challenge from the start of the week. Stephen Hubbard, affectionately called Big Glow by his teammates, was one of the central figures in Vanderbilt's mental preparation. Pavia revealed that already by Tuesday, Hubbard brought a relentless mindset to the team, asserting with conviction that anything short of focusing on defeating Alabama had no place in the conversation. Hubbard's direct and no-nonsense approach set the tone within the locker room and training facilities, unifying the offensive line around a clear goal: to take down Bama. This determination was not just in words. The attitude that Big Glow brought reflected in every action and movement of the linemen, and Pavia quickly understood the seriousness of his protector's commitment. "If it's not about beating Bama, then get out of the way," Pavia repeated, capturing the atmosphere in the Vanderbilt locker room during the preparation week. He joked about trying to bring a lighter mood to the group but was quickly corrected by Hubbard, who reminded him of the magnitude of what was at stake. The mindset of all the offensive linemen was clear and resolute: defeat Alabama or nothing. This spirit of absolute focus was also embraced by the Vanderbilt coaches, who let no detail go unnoticed during the week's training. According to Pavia, any slip, no matter how minor, resulted in immediate correction. The rigorous approach and demand for excellence were evident in every aspect of the preparation. The coaches, like the players, were aligned with the performance standard needed to compete against a team like Alabama. They set the standard, Pavia stated, acknowledging that the mindset of his coaches and teammates was key to their success. For Alabama, this loss exposed a different reality. Kalen DeBoer's team, accustomed to being at the top, faced an opponent that, though underestimated, prepared with a mindset of having nothing to lose and everything to gain. The Crimson Tide, which has built its reputation on preparation and discipline, was taken aback by a team that, throughout an entire week, believed wholly that they could achieve the impossible. Vanderbilt's victory over Alabama was not just a surprise in the numbers. It was the result of a collective mindset that transcended barriers and proved that, in college football, belief can be as powerful as talent. This game will be remembered not only as one of the biggest surprises of the season but as a reminder that determination and the unity of a group can turn the unlikely into reality. Either way, Bama is regrouping. And now I want to hear your opinions. Comment.